Welcome to Fluent English Daily, the professional way to master the English.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to another quiet moment with Fluent English Daily. I am Emily.
And I am John. Hello, everyone. It is so good to be here with you again. I hope you are having a peaceful day.
Today, we want to talk about something very common. We use it every day, when we buy food at the market or when we talk about our time.
Yes. Talking about quantity. Asking how much or how many.
It can be confusing, right? Sometimes you might pause and think, which word do I use? You might worry about making a small mistake.
Right. But please don't worry. Today we will gently look at much versus many. We will make it very clear and simple for you.
Exactly. We want you to feel comfortable and safe speaking. No hard grammar books today, just natural, easy conversation between friends.
That sounds perfect. So take a deep breath. Let's make English easy together. I hope you are having a peaceful start to your day. It is always nice to take a deep breath before we begin. That feels good.
It really does, John. Hello, everyone. I am so glad you are here with us. Today, we have a very special topic. It is small, but it is important.
Oh, a small topic? Tell me more.
Well, John, have you ever stood in a supermarket looking at apples or milk and wondered, which word do I use? Do I say much or do I say many?
Yes, many times. Or should I say much times? Just kidding. But yes, the much versus many question is a big one for learners. It can be confusing.
Exactly. It is tricky, and using much or many in daily English correctly makes a huge difference in how natural you sound. It helps you feel confident.
Confident is good. We want our listeners to feel safe when they speak. So, Emily, how do we start? What is the secret?
Let's imagine we are in a kitchen. We are going to bake a cake.
Ooh, I love cake. What do we need?
We need flour. John, look at a bowl of flour. Can you count the tiny pieces of flour? Can you say 1 flour, 2 flours?
And hesitant. No, that is impossible. It's just a pile of white powder. It's too small to count.
Right, you cannot count it. So, for things we cannot count, we use much. We ask, how much flour do we need?
Ah, I see. How much flour? Because it's one big mass. We treat it like a single thing.
Yes. Now imagine eggs. Can you count eggs?
Confidently. Yes. 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs. Easy.
Perfect. Because you can count them, we use many. How many eggs do we need?
Aha! This is the main much versus many difference. If I can count it with my fingers, 1, 2, 3, I use many. If I cannot count it, I use much.
Exactly. It's one of those common English grammar mistakes in speaking. People might say, how many sugar? But that feels wrong, doesn't it?
It does. Sugar is like flour. You cannot count the grains easily. So, how much sugar?
You are learning fast.
I'm trying. But Emily, what about liquids, like water or coffee?
Good question. John, can you count coffee?
I can count cups of coffee.
Aha! Be careful. The cup is countable, but the liquid itself, the coffee inside?
No, the liquid just flows. So, how much coffee did you drink?
Correct. But if you talk about the cups,
Then I say, how many cups of coffee did you drink?
yes, that is perfect. This is a great tip for English quantifiers for beginners. Look at the word. Is it coffee, liquid, or cups, containers?
I see. That makes it much clearer.
Let's practice a little more. Imagine you are going on a trip. You have a suitcase.
Okay, I'm packing.
Do you have much luggage or many luggage?
Oh, that's a hard one. Luggage usually means all the bags together. It feels like a group, so how much luggage?
Yes, you got it. But if you talk about the specific bags,
Then it's how many bags?
wonderful. You see, it's all about how we see the object. Is it a group of separate things or one big amount?
This is very helpful. I think listeners worry about this a lot.
They do, and it's okay to make mistakes, but listening to these patterns helps.
What about money, Emily? This is very important. Everyone uses money.
Oh, money is a classic example. John, can you count money?
Well, yes, I count my money every day.
Wait, do you count one money, two monies?
Oh, no, I never say 3 monies. I say $3 or €3.
Exactly. The word money is uncountable. It's the abstract idea. So we say, how much money do you have?
Wow, I never thought about that. But the currency, dollars, coins, pounds, those are countable.
Yes, how many dollars, but how much money?
That's a great rule to remember. Much money, many dollars.
Let's try one more. Time.
Time, okay. I don't have much time.
Correct. Time is abstract. It flows like water. But if we talk about hours,
Hours are countable. 1 hour, 2 hours. So I don't have many hours left.
you are an expert now, John.
I don't know about expert, but I feel much better. Or should I say, I feel many better?
No, definitely much better. Better is a feeling, not a thing you can count.
Right, right. I was testing you.
Warmly, I know. Friends, talking about much versus many is just about practice. Next time you're in the kitchen, look at your food. Ask yourself, can I count this?
Yes. Look at the rice. How much rice? Look at the apples. How many apples? Try to say it out loud.
It helps to hear your own voice. It makes the grammar feel natural, not like a textbook.
We want you to feel relaxed with English. It's a tool for connection, not for stress.
Well said, John.
Before we move on, I want to ask our listeners to try one thing today. Find one uncountable thing in your house, like water, air, or love, and make a sentence with much.
That's a lovely idea. I have so much love for my family.
Beautiful. And if you enjoyed this quiet chat, please subscribe to our podcast. It helps us reach many more friends.
See what you did there? Many friends, because friends are countable.
I'm learning.
Stay with us. In the next section, we are going to practice a short story using these words, so you can hear them in action.
Sounds great. Let's take a short pause and we'll be right back.
It really does. Just stopping for a moment. It helps the mind settle down. It clears away the noise.
Yes, and today we need a calm and settled mind because we are going to talk about something that makes many people feel a little nervous.
Oh, what is that, John? What are we discussing today?
We are talking about quantity, how to talk about amounts. Specifically, we're looking at the big question of much versus many.
Ah, I see. Yes, that is a big topic. I know that topic well.
It is, and I want to start by saying I know how it feels. I want to talk about the emotion of it first, before the grammar.
How does it feel, do you think?
It feels confusing. You know, when I hear from our listeners, they often tell me, John, I am afraid to speak. They worry so much about the much versus many difference. It stops them from enjoying the conversation.
I understand that completely. It is not just about grammar rules, is it? It's about that moment of hesitation.
Yes, exactly. It's about confidence. Imagine this, Emily. You're at a coffee shop. It's a nice morning. You smell the coffee. You're happy.
I can imagine it. It sounds lovely.
But then you need to order. You need to ask a question about the sugar or the milk or the price. And suddenly you stop.
You freeze.
You freeze. You think, wait, is sugar countable? Is money countable? Do I say how much or how many? And in that tiny moment, the joy goes away. You feel stress.
Oh, John, that is a hard feeling, to feel stuck like that. It makes you want to stay quiet. It makes you want to hide.
Exactly. You want to be invisible. But we want to tell you today, right now, it is okay. It is absolutely okay to feel that way.
Yes, please hear us. It is okay. Using much or many in daily English, these are very common struggles. You are not alone in this feeling.
You are definitely not alone. Even native speakers sometimes pause to think. We make slips too. It's natural.
It is. And we often see these scary lists on the internet, lists of common English grammar mistakes in speaking. It can make you feel like you are doing everything wrong, but you're not. You're just learning.
Right. You're growing. Think about a garden, Emily. Plants do not grow straight and perfect immediately. They take time. They need water and sun. Your English is like a garden.
That is a beautiful image, John. A garden needs patience.
Thank you. So when we talk about English quantifiers for beginners, or for anyone really, we need to be patient with ourselves. We need to be kind to our own minds.
Yes, kindness is key. Think about this. If you're in that shop and you make a mistake, let's say you say, "How much apples are there?" instead of "How many apples?"
Okay, what happens then?
Does the shopkeeper get angry? Do they send you away?
No, of course not.
Exactly. They understand you. They give you the apples. The communication happens. The connection happens.
That is such an important point. The connection is the most important thing, not perfect grammar. We want to connect with people, not impress them with a textbook.
That's right. So today, let's look at this topic. Let's look at much versus many. But let's do it kindly. Let's do it without stress.
I like that plan. A kind look at grammar. Let's put down the heavy weight of perfection.
Whew, I'm putting it down right now. It feels lighter already.
Me too. Today we'll explore this simply. We'll walk through it step by step. No rushing. Just two friends talking.
I like that. We'll guide you. We'll practice together. Are you ready to start exploring, John?
I am ready. And to our listeners, take one more nice breath. Okay, let's begin.
Topic that confuses many learners, but do not worry. We will make it very simple today. We are going to practice together.
Yes, practicing is the best way to learn. We will do this slowly. We call this shadowing. It means Emily will say a sentence, and then I will repeat it. And you, our listener, can repeat it with me.
Exactly. We want to fix common English grammar mistakes in speaking. The biggest mistake is mixing up these two words. So, let us begin with the first word, many.
Many. Okay, when do we use this?
We use many when we can count things. Imagine you can use your fingers, 1, 2, 3. If you can count it, you use many.
Right. I see. Things like books, or apples, or days. I can count those. 1 book, 2 books.
Exactly. So let's try a sentence. Listen carefully. I have many friends.
I have many friends.
Good. Let's try another one. Think about apples. There are many apples in the basket.
There are many apples in the basket.
Perfect. And one more for many. Think about questions. How many chairs do we need?
How many chairs do we need? I like this. It feels like a rhythm.
It is a rhythm, John. English is like music. Now let's look at the other side. Let's look at much.
Much. This is the tricky one for the much versus many difference.
Yes, we use much for things we cannot count, things that are one big mass, like water. You cannot count one water, two waters.
Right, or sand, or time, or love.
Yes, love is a great example. So let's practice. Listen to me. I drank too much coffee.
I drank too much coffee.
Good. Notice we don't say many coffees unless we mean cups. We just say much coffee. Here's another one. We don't have much time.
We don't have much time. That is a very common phrase. Much or many in daily English is often about time.
True. Let's do one more with much. A question. How much sugar do you want?
How much sugar do you want? I can visualize the sugar. It's just a pile of white grains. I cannot count it.
You are doing great. And to our listeners, take a deep breath. You are doing great too. These are English quantifiers for beginners, but even advanced speakers make mistakes.
Yes, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Shall we try a challenge, Emily? Can we mix them?
A little challenge is good. Let's compare similar things. This helps with the much versus many difference.
Okay, I'm ready.
First, let's talk about money. Money is uncountable. We say, how much money?
How much money? Okay.
But dollars are countable. We can count bills and coins. So we say, how many dollars?
Ah, I see. So, how much money do you have, but how many dollars do you have?
Exactly. Let's shadow that. First sentence, I don't have much money.
I don't have much money.
Second sentence, I don't have many dollars.
I don't have many dollars.
Very good. Let's try one more pair. Let's talk about food. Food is usually uncountable.
Okay, food.
So we say, there is too much food on the table.
There is too much food on the table.
But if we talk about specific dishes or plates, we can count them.
Right. 1 plate, 2 plates.
So we say, there are too many dishes on the table.
There are too many dishes on the table.
See? The logic is simple. If you can count it with numbers, use many. If you cannot, use much.
That makes me feel much better. See what I did there? Much better? Because better is a feeling, I cannot count it.
You are learning fast, John. That was perfect.
Thank you, Emily. This shadowing practice is very helpful. It gives my mouth time to feel the words.
That's the secret. Don't just read. Speak. Feel the sentence.
Before we move on, let's ask our listeners to try this one last time during their day today.
Yes, as you walk around your house, look at things. Look at your chairs. Ask, how many? Look at the water in your glass. Ask, how much?
Simple practice, big results.
Now that we are feeling confident with these words, I want to share a short story, a story about a time I made a funny mistake with these words when I was learning.
Oh, I love stories. It helps us remember.
Because we are going to talk about talking about quantity. Specifically, we will look at the primary keyword much versus many.
Ah, yes, much and many. This is a topic that worries many people, but it does not have to be scary.
Exactly. It is actually very simple when we slow down. This is one of the most common English grammar mistakes in speaking, but today we will make it clear. We will find the feeling behind the words.
I like that. Finding the feeling. So, John, where do we start?
Let's start with many. Emily, imagine you are holding some apples in your hands. Can you count them?
Yes, 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. I can count them clearly.
Right. Because you can count them, they are separate things. When we have separate things, we use many. We say, I have many apples.
I see. So, many is for things I can count with numbers, like friends.
Yes, you can count friends. One friend, two friends. So you ask, how many friends are coming to the party?
That makes sense. What about books?
Can you count books?
Yes, 1 book, 2 books. So, I have many books.
Perfect. That is the rule for many. It feels like little dots, separate, distinct.
Okay, I have that picture in my mind. Little dots. Now, what about much?
Gently. Much feels different. Imagine water or sand. Can you count one water?
No, I cannot say 1 water, 2 waters. It's just water. It flows together.
Exactly. It is one big amount. It is not separate pieces. When we talk about things that flow or things we cannot count, we use much.
So, I would say, I have much water?
Usually in questions or negative sentences, yes. We ask, how much water do you need? We do not say, how many water?
Aha, because it's a liquid, it flows.
Right. This is the main much versus many difference. Many is for counting. Much is for measuring an amount.
Let me try another one. What about money?
Oh, this is a good one. This confuses people often. Is money much or many?
Well, I can count my money. I have $5.
Ah, wait. You are counting dollars. You can count dollars. $1, $2. But can you count the general word money? Do you say one money, two monies?
No, that sounds very funny. I have 3 monies. No, we do not say that.
Exactly. So for the word money, it is uncountable. We say, how much money do you have?
But if I talk about dollars,
Then you say, how many dollars do you have? Because dollars are separate.
I understand now. It depends on the word. If I can count the word, I use many. If I cannot count the word, I use much.
Yes, this is why much or many in daily English can be tricky. But just ask yourself, can I put a number on it?
Let's think about time. Time is a big concept
Yes, we say, we don't have much time.
because time is like a river, it flows.
Beautifully said, Emily. But what about hours?
I can count hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, so we don't have many hours left.
You've got it. You are a master of English quantifiers for beginners now.
I feel much better about it. It's less scary now.
I want to share one secret tip, a safety net.
Oh, a safety net? What is it?
If you are speaking and you get nervous if you forget the rule, just use a lot of.
A lot of.
Yes, a lot of works for everything.
Really?
Listen, I have a lot of apples. Correct. I have a lot of water. Correct.
Wow, that's wonderful. So if I'm stuck, I can just use a lot of.
Yes, it's very natural. Native speakers use it all the time. But knowing the difference between much and many helps you understand the world better.
I agree. Many separates things. Much brings them together into one whole.
That's a nice thought.
Let's practice with a feeling. What about happiness?
Happiness. Can you count one happiness?
No, it's a feeling inside.
So?
So, how much happiness do you feel?
Perfect. You see, you're doing it naturally.
It feels good to understand this. It gives me confidence.
And confidence is important. We want our listeners to feel safe when they speak. It's okay to make mistakes, but understanding the basics helps you relax.
So, friends, think about your day today. Look around you.
Look at the things in your room. Are there many chairs? Is there much light coming through the window?
Try to make simple sentences in your head. I have many pens. I drink much tea.
Well, maybe I drink a lot of tea sounds more natural there, but grammatically you understand the quantity.
Yes, practice gently. Do not rush.
We are going to move on now to a short story to help us practice these sounds even more deeply.
A story is the best way to remember. Are you ready?